comes the Radio Guy, with all new audio content for the broadcast industry, with voiceover talent, John Gale.
Yes. Welcome everyone. Welcome to another edition of Live Voice Tracking with Johnny GB here on a Sunday afternoon, 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. We want to welcome you. Glad that you're a part of the Radio Guy family. We're going to be showing some live radio broadcast production over the next 30 minutes or so as we show how we did some voice tracking for our TNN radio program. If you didn't already know, I'm doing Sunday evenings from 4 to 8 p.m. each and every Sunday on a country internet radio station called TNNradio.com. And head on over there when you get a chance. We'll be coming up in just a few moments at the 4 o'clock hour. Eastern Standard Time is when we begin. Well, I did some voice tracking for them yesterday, and I've recorded that all ahead of time, and I wanted to kind of show you semi-live how we do voice tracking using some great radio broadcast software, some free software called Station Playlist Remote Voice Tracking, which you can download for free online. My good friend Ben Booya started this country internet radio station called TNN Radio, and they are part of the Rebel Media Group that have several actual radio stations and websites, and he's quite an entrepreneurial guy, this Ben, and I want to thank you, Ben, for letting me be a part on Sunday evenings from 4 to 8. It's actually kind of afternoon and evenings, right, if we're 4 to 8. So we're going to begin. We're going to show you some live voice tracking that we did for the 4 o'clock hour, starting right now as we show the first 4 breaks or so, I believe it is, at the 4 o'clock hour, coming up in just about 25 minutes from now on TNNradio.com. Here we go. Hi, everybody. John Gale doing some live voice tracking here on the Radio Guy on this special Sunday edition. We're starting our first break for today, Sunday, October 4th, starting at 4:30 p.m. Our shift is from 4 to 8. This is the first break during that hour between Dan and Shay and Tequila and Cole Swindell and Flatliner. Let's see what we've got. We'll switch to the tiny cam view here, start our recorder in the Station Playlist VT recorder. The manual, we'll go, let's see, manual outgoing and incoming. And let's start the outgoing. Here we go. Dan and Shay along with you with John Gale on your Sunday afternoon. Hope you're having a terrific weekend. Here comes some Cole Swindell now to make it just a little bit more fun. Don't have a heart attack now. It's Flatliner on TNN Radio. All right, that looks good. We're going to save it. Let's move on to our next break, which happens to be, let's see, between Diamond Rio, Meet in the Middle, and Chase Rice and Lonely If You Are at 4:16 p.m. Our second break in the 4 o'clock hour. Let's give her a shot. Here we go. Start our outgoing recorder. Back from 2009, that's Diamond Rio and Meet in the Middle on TNN Radio. We're number 1 for today's country. John Gale playing all your favorites like this one from Chase Rice. It's Lonely If You Are on TNNradio.com. All right, looks good. Let's move on to the third break in the 4 o'clock hour. It is going to be between Chris Jansen and Dunn, and breaking up was easy in the 90s. Sam Hunt here. Let's go ahead and bring up the marker there and start our Station Playlist VT recorder, doing some live voice tracking here on TNNradio.com. Here we go. I'm not done. I'm just getting started. Chris Jansen there on TNN Country Radio. Hey, a new study finds that if you study your mistakes in order to learn from them, you're more likely to make the same mistake. That's stupid. All right, let's clear that out and start over. I'm not done. I'm just getting started. Chris Jansen there on TNN Country Radio. Hey, a new study finds out that if you study your mistakes in order to learn from them, you're more likely to make the same mistake. Researchers suggest forgetting your mistakes and only remembering your successes. So forget that marriage that only lasted a month and remember the ones that made it for an entire year. Sam Hunt up next, heading your way. Breaking up was easy in the 90s on TNN Radio. All right, we're going to move on to break number 4 in the 4 o'clock hour on this Sunday, October 4th, for TNNradio.com. Just doing some voice tracking here. This one airs at 4:30, this break between Russell Dickerson and Love You Like I Used To and Dylan Scott and My Girl. Here we go. Love You Like I Used To, Russell Dickerson for you there. Hey, today is National Cinnamon Roll Day. Wish I had one of those right now. It's also National Smile Day, and those are free to give away anytime. You know, a cinnamon roll would bring a smile to my face right now, but so does this song. It's Dylan Scott. We're number one for today's country. My Girl on TNNradio.com. All right, nice break there. Let's move on to the next break, which is going to be between, let's see, Kip Moore, She's Mine, and Lindsay L. Criminal. At 4:43. Let's see, we've got a 12-second intro on Lindsay's song here. Here we go. Start our voice tracker recorder now. Station playlist. VT. Remote. Oh, you can't have her. She's mine. Kip Moore on TNN Radio. John Gale along for the ride with you on this lazy Sunday afternoon. Next up, it's from the Her Project. That's not it. No, that one stunk a rooney there, didn't it?
You stink, and I don't like you.
I know, me neither. Let's start the recorder again. Here we go. Oh, you can't have her. She's mine. Kip Moore on TNN Radio. John Gale along for the ride with you on this lazy Sunday afternoon. Next up, from her The Project album, it's Lindsay L. and Criminal. We're number one for today's country. TNN Radio. Good afternoon to you. All right, and so there you go. That was the first hour for TNNradio.com. John Gale on Facebook Live streaming right now. And thanking you for tuning in and watching, showing you some semi-live voice tracking for TNN Radio, an internet radio station. And we want to thank you, Mark Hobbs, for tuning in. Glad you're with us today, Mark. Thank you for being here. And if you're tuning in live right now, we'd love to engage with you if you're involved in radio broadcasting, podcasting. Perhaps you are a voice tracker, an audio editor, a musical production guy. Say hi in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from, what city, what state, what nation. We would love to engage with you a little bit as we show you a little bit of some voice tracking that we did just yesterday. The reason some of the music sounds a little odd perhaps to you is because Facebook Live and YouTube, they both are real sticklers when it comes to the algorithms, the computer programs that they run to find copywritten music. So if we played the intros of the actual songs, trust me, I would get hit with a copyright strike, and we don't want to destroy the channel in any way. And we also want to welcome Christopher Jofferson. Christopher from Denmark. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Glad you're with us today. Wow, wow, wow. That's awesome. Another new viewer to the Radio Guy from Denmark. All right, we're going to get started now with our 5 o'clock voice tracking breaks. We do about 5 of them, 4 to 5, depending on what hour break it is. This will be the between the 5 and 6 o'clock hour coming up this evening on an internet country radio station, TNNradio.com. Encourage you to check them out. Let's get right to the voice tracking for hour 5 p.m. Here we go. Starting off your hour right with one beer. Hey, be sure to tell your wife, your mom, or your daughter she's beautiful. Almost none of the world's women consider themselves beautiful. That's the result of a survey by Dove, which asked women around the globe what they thought of their looks. Only about 3% of women describe themselves as beautiful. Ladies, you are beautiful. I can tell. Now here's a couple of beauties. It's Maddie and Tay on TNN Radio. Die from a broken heart. All right, that's the first break. We're going to move on to the second break in the 5 o'clock hour here for this special voice tracking session for TNN Radio, a country internet station that I'm doing the voice tracking for each and every Sunday between 4 and 8 p.m. This break is between Avenue Beat, Ruin That For Me, into Luke Bryan's Play It Again. Here we go. We got a 19-second intro on this one, so we got plenty of time to talk. Oh, that just kind of ruined it for me. Avenue Beat on TNN Radio. We're number one for today's country. John Gale with you on your Sunday. Hey, follow me on Instagram. Just search for TNN Radio John. I promise to follow you back. Luke Bryan up for you now. I'm playing it again on TNNradio.com. Remember, TNN Radio John. Check me out online. All right, we're up to the break 3, it looks like, at 5:26 p.m. for the Sunday afternoon drive here. Mickey Guyton, Heaven Down Here, into Chris Stapleton's Starting Over. We're going to start our voice track over right now, see what we get. Oh, we could definitely use a little more Heaven. Mickey Guyton on TNN Radio. Did you know your dog gets jealous when you pet another dog? According to researchers in San Diego, they watched 36 dog owners interact with an animated dog. While the owners petted the fake dog, the real dog started showing signs of jealousy, including pushing at your owner or the revival dog, because the dog needed saved in Jesus' name. Oh, we could definitely use a little more Heaven. Mickey Guyton on TNN Radio. Did you know your dog gets jealous when you pet another dog? According to researchers in San Diego, they watched 36 dog owners interact with an animated dog. While the owners petted the fake dog, the real dog started showing signs of jealousy, including pushing at the owner or the rival dog. I'm telling you, dogs are like humans, only nicer. I've got Chris Stapleton now for you, starting over on TNN Radio. All right, that looks good. We're going to move on to the next break. It's between Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani there, Happy Anywhere, into Miranda Lambert. Isn't that an interesting little break? At 5:33, coming up here on TNNradio.com. Here we go. And Blake with Happy Anywhere on TNN Radio. I wonder if he could be happy right here next to Miranda. Oh, you only love me for my big sunglasses. We're number one for today's country. Little Red Wagon on TNN Country Radio. All right, that break looks good. We're going to move on now to between Kenny Chesney and Happy Does and the band Perry. Better Dig 2, right at the 5:45 break. Break number 4, the 5 o'clock hour here of TNNradio.com. Happy Does, Kenny Chesney on TNN Radio. Johnny Gale playing all your favorite country music on TNN. A recent survey shows that men are twice as likely as women to be very scared of bugs. I don't like spiders and snakes. The worms crawl in and the worms crawl out. This song's kind of appropriate. It's the Perry Band and Better Dig 2 on TNN Radio. All right, so there you go. A little voice tracking for our 6 p.m. on TNN Radio. I just placed the link there on the Facebook page. We want to welcome you and thank you all for tuning in to the live stream as we do some semi-live voice tracking production. If you're not familiar with what voice tracking is, it is when a DJ, a radio announcer, does all of their shift remotely, usually. Sometimes they're in the studio, and oftentimes in the studio, actually. But in my particular circumstances here, I'm doing it remotely from my own personal studio at home. And then it is going to be streaming from a computer, an automation computer, that basically you just record your voice breaks. You know, you're going to record your intros and your outros. That's what you're hearing over some of the songs there. Of course, these are different public domain songs that are placed over the actual copyright song, so we don't get dinged for copyright purposes. But nonetheless, it shows you a little bit about some of the software that we're using. This is a free domain software called Playlist Voice Tracker, Station Playlist Voice Tracker Remote, that you can find by just doing a search online. If maybe you have a internet radio station and you're looking to be able to do some voice tracking with some announcers from different locations, you would just set up your computer remotely for them to be able to log in with this software. There's things online, different manuals and things that you can figure out how to do it all on your own if you're using certain automation software that allows you to. So we're going to get up into our next hour. This is a fun one because I couldn't remember the name, how to pronounce a certain name. Not real familiar with country music yet. I did country radio when I first started out of high school back in 1980, mid-80s. Let's just say that. And I knew nothing. I was horrible. I did middays for a station here in Xenia, Ohio, WBZI I-95. And the midday guy left, and I took his spot, and I was just horrible. I was really bad, gang, because I knew nothing about country music. But so I'm excited to do this and kind of learn how to do it all again here for TNNradio.com. And we're going to get right into hour 6. If you got any questions about the voice tracking, how it works, please comment below. We are semi-live here. I'm live underneath the beautiful fall autumn colors here in southwestern Ohio right now. It's a rainy day here in my parts of the woods. And we're going to get moving right into the 6 o'clock hour. This is our, I actually do 4 hours, but I only was able to actually do the production for 3 hours because I'm basically editing all this stuff. I recorded this yesterday ahead of time, videotape the whole thing, and then I have to edit it all out and change the music and all that stuff. So it's quite a process to bring you these voice tracking little breaks. I just don't want to lose our good standing with YouTube and with Facebook Live. So we're going to get right into our 6 o'clock hour for TNNradio.com. Here we go. All right, we're in the first break of the 6 o'clock hour on TNNradio.com. Let's see, Sunday at 6:03. It's between Jake Owen and the one that got away into a new one from Kane Brown. It's Cool Again. We've got an 11-second intro there. Let's see what we've written for this one. Okay, let's start our station playlist remote voice tracker. Start the outgoing song right now. Jake Owen's talking about the one that got away. We are number one for today's country. You know, the more I hear this song, the more I like it. Probably because I'll never be cool. It's Kane Brown's new one, Cool Again, on TNN Radio. All right, that looks good. Break number one in the can. Let's move on between Tennille Arts and Luke Combs. It is going to be taking place at the 6:16 break on TNNradio.com. Starting our voice tracker now. We've got an 11-second intro there on the Luke Combs song. Let's see what we've got. From love, heartbreak, and everything in between, that's Tennille Arts and Somebody Like That. Sean Gale, hope you're having a great Sunday listening to your favorite country music. This song makes me think of my dad. I miss him, but I'll see him again. It's Luke Combs, even though I'm leaving on TNN Radio. All right, we're going to move on now to break 3 here in this voice tracking session on a special Sunday edition live voice tracking on The Radio Guy. This break happens at 6:26 p.m. this Sunday afternoon. Between Brantley Gilbert and Hard Days into Cody Johnson and Deer Rodeo, we've got a 12-second intro here. Doing the Sunday afternoon drive here for an internet country station, TNNradio.com. I've had some hard days myself. Brantley Gilbert on TNN Radio. Hey, check us out online on Facebook. Just search for Radio and Dooshki Dooshki Dooshki. We've all had some hard days lately. Brantley Gilbert on TNN Radio. Got some Cody Johnson for you up next. Hey, check us out on Facebook. Just search for TNN Country Radio. Here comes Deer Rodeo on TNNradio.com. All right, that's a keeper, and we'll call it a winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah, baby. All right, our next break is going to be between Dan and Shay, and I should probably go to bed into Morgan Wallen, or Whalen. I'm not sure how to say it, so I'm probably going to leave out the last name. Chasing you. All right, let's start our voice tracker from remote broadcast studio right here at the Radio Guy in southwestern Ohio. Here we go. Come on, somebody get in bed. Well, Dan and Shay on TNN Radio. We're number one for today's country. Morgan Wallen now and Chasing You. Morgan Wallen pronunciation. Because it might be Wallen. How to pronounce Morgan Wallen. Here we go. Let's listen. How to pronounce Morgan Wallen. Let's find out.
We are looking at how to pronounce the name of American country music singer and songwriter. We are looking at how to pronounce Morgan Wallen.
Wallen.
Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen.
Here are many more videos on how to pronounce celebrity name.
Celebrity name. Celebrity. Yeah, celebrity name. We can pronounce celebrity wrong. That would be celebrity. And Morgan Wallen. Let's... This is funny. Let's listen again. We'll try a different one. I'm not so sure about the Chinese...
Morgan Whalen.
Whalen.
Morgan Whalen.
Morgan Whalen.
Morgan Whalen.
Morgan Whalen. All right, he said Wallen.
Morgan Whalen.
She says Whalen. Let's just split the difference and call him Wallen. Oh, that's funny. Where else can we find here? Oh, here's another one. Whalen.
PronounceNames.com.
Wallen. I think we did fine. Morgan Whalen. All right, we're going to move on now. Let's see. We got another break between TJ Ashley, Love You Like Crazy, into Old Dominion and One Man's Band happening at 6:45 break on TNNradio.com. We got a 12-second intro on Old Man Band. Let's see what we've got. Love You Like Crazy on TNN Radio. That one makes me want to hum along. And speaking of humming, according to a study, they found that giraffes can hum. We're just too low to the ground to hear them. That's wild, huh? Hum along with Old Dominion now. It's One Man Band on TNNradio.com. All right, good break there. Now we're going to move on. I believe this is the last break in the 6 o'clock hour. It's between Scotty McCreery and Blake Shelton and Gwen There Nobody But You. We've got 6-second intro on the Gwen and Blake song. And let's see. Yeah, we got a nice break here. Let's go. See what we've got. Starting our station playlist remote voice tracking recorder. Here we go. He's in between Scott McCreery on TNN Country Radio. Hey there, how's your Sunday going? John Gale making it just a little bit nicer, I hope. Here comes Blake and Gwen, Nobody But You. We're number one for today's country, TNN Radio. All right, very cool. The 6 o'clock hour there on TNN Radio. We are doing live voice, semi-live voice tracking. John Gale here. I'm a voiceover artist, done some radio work for the last 25, 30 years or so, audiobooks. Corporate narration, voice acting, gaming, animation, all kinds of fun stuff. Even some jingle singing, believe it or not. I did some singing professionally there. I was a worship leader for about 23 and a half years at a church in Kettering, Ohio. And we want to welcome you. Thank you for tuning in today. That was kind of a funny break trying to figure out how to pronounce George Whalen's name. That was kind of funny listening to the different foreign people trying to pronounce his name just on YouTube. That all was kind of spontaneous, believe it or not. Pretty funny stuff. Well, I want to let you know that you can watch us live streaming each and every day, Monday through Friday, on YouTube as well as on Facebook Live at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'm part of the RFN network, the Radio Forecast Network. We're a group of some voiceover artists, meteorologists, radio professionals that do weathercasts for radio stations across the United States, actually, for around 220 some radio stations. So, and all of their day parts. So you think the morning drive, middays, afternoons, evenings, and overnights, that's a lot of weather forecasts, literally over probably close to 2,000 weather forecasts every single day that are produced. Of course, we don't do that many. We just do about 60 minutes worth every single day, about 15 forecasts online, and we have fun and do some fun stuff in between. So encourage you to follow us, like us on Facebook. You can also subscribe to us, of course, on YouTube simply by searching for The Radio Guy, looking for my beautiful face. Once you find me, click on the channel, click the red subscribe button, and you'll get notifications every single time we load up brand new content to our live streams. Make sure you give us a little thumbs up today on your way out. We're going to call it quits for today. Tune in to TNN Radio in just a few moments. You'll be hearing that first break that we started with the live stream in the 4 o'clock, about 4:05, I believe it is, maybe 4:20 something, I believe is the first break for TNN Radio. John Gale, until next time, you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you on Monday at 11:30. Bye-bye. Take care of one another, and we'll see you next time.